Good afternoon. My name is Shawn Smith, and I'm so glad to be here with none other than Mr. Jonathan Swann here on the Joy Broadcasting Network. I call him the sports aficionado. Welcome to JBN, John. How are you doing
today?
Thank you.
Doing well.
If you could just introduce yourself, if you have an official title as it relates to sports in the Florida Conference and Southeastern Conference, introduce yourself to our audience.
Well, like I said, my name is Jonathan Swann. I'm the sports director for the Florida Adventist Basketball League.
Mm-hmm.
That is Southeastern and Florida Conference combined.
So what does this basketball league do? What is it made up of?
So it's made up of the different churches in Florida Conference and in Southeastern, and mainly in the northern and central area of Florida.
Gotcha. Why just the northern and central? I know the South has really got it going on, South Florida. Is there any way that we can tie into them?
So with Southeastern, I'm not sure. I know the logistics of Southeastern, but Southeastern has two federations.
Yes, they do.
And so in the north area, they have one. So that's why it's like that.
I got you.
And then Florida Conference, it's a lot of churches down south where it's like spread out.
Yeah.
But there's not a teams that want to play. So let's say if there's like 4 churches that want to play, I don't want them coming to Orlando playing just, so I'd rather have a league down there so they can join the league down in Miami.
Now, why did you think it was important that both Southeastern and Florida Conference have a basketball league?
So Southeastern has always had a basketball league in Florida.
Yeah.
I started the league in 2011. It wasn't to compete with Southeastern, take anything from Southeastern whatsoever. It was not that. Florida Conference has never had any sports activities ever.
Right.
And so when I moved here, the youth department at Florida Conference was changing everything. They didn't have youth director. And when they did have youth director, Pastor Pedro Perez and Pastor Robert Hines, they allowed me to do that. And so it was hard at first. You had in Florida Conference, a lot of church, because they never heard of it. Like, who is this person? Why are you contacting us? Why?
Right.
But then it grew. The reason why I wanted to partner with Southeastern, for one, why do we have 2 conferences? But that's
a whole different.
That's a whole different.
Yeah,
right. And so I felt that we should work together as one. Our kid, it doesn't matter what church you go to. It got a little pushback.
Right.
But my good friend, Pastor Shay Crockett.
Yes.
I've known him forever. I know his friend. We're good friends.
Yes.
He said, let's do it. And last year was our first time joining together, and that's why we changed the name. We created the name, the Florida Adventist Basketball League.
Beautiful. And I have to say that my son played in the league this past year for a team called Mount Zion. They were 8-3, but you know what? He had a good time. But growing up, there was a lot of pushback with competition and Adventists. Why do you think it's important that young Adventists have an outlet like this basketball league to be a part of?
Well, it's funny to say that. We have competition at work. There's competition in the church. There's competition in Pathfinders.
Right.
Why not sport? But sports is a good way to grow. It's teamwork. It encourages teamwork. And we're not just about sports. We encourage community outreach, outreach, and we have a chaplain. Charles Fraser, who attends Palm Bay, he is our chaplain. And he makes sure that the teams are doing some type of Bible study.
Yes.
In-reach and outreach.
Yes.
So it's like I said, it's not just sports, but we are doing something for the community. And so a few years ago, around 2017, 18, it was more consistent. We went to United Against Poverty.
Yes.
So what we did was we had community outreach day at the conference office. We had some different speakers that came in for church, and then we went into the community. We went to United Against Poverty. We went to Ronald McDonough House.
Right.
And we went to I forgot the other place, but several other places. And that was our community outreach.
Beautiful.
And we encouraged the teams to do that.
Gotcha. Now, how many teams did you have on this past inaugural year of the Florida Adventist Basketball League?
I'm going to give you a guess estimate about 35 because we had teams that had more than one team.
Yeah.
And so we have varsity, which is 13 to 17. Then our adults is 18 and up. We did not have the little kids this year, the under the 12.
Okay.
We used to have that.
Right.
But we do not have that anymore because a lot of churches, some churches didn't have that.
Have that.
And then we also had a women's league.
A women's league.
But some churches, we didn't. It was like maybe 3 or 4.
Right.
But it was unfair to them playing the same teams over and over and over.
Yeah.
But we welcome the women. We want them to play, and I want to do more than just basketball.
Wow.
I want to have, we at the school and you have an athletic department.
Yes.
I want that. So some churches are doing volleyball, like for a camp meeting. They have volleyball and soccer at the Spanish camp meeting for the conference.
Okay.
And then they have volleyball for English.
Right.
I want to implement volleyball and soccer in our league, in our sports, so different demographics can have something to do with it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, for churches who are watching this, who would like to bring a team to the basketball league, one, what is the cost and what are some of the process that they have to go through so that they can join the Adventist Basketball League?
So, if they're in Florida, we welcome everyone. In all the Adventist churches. It doesn't matter if you're Southeastern or Florida Conference. But each team has to have their own, you get their own players. We take care of the gyms, the referees, the scheduling, all of that. Only thing we ask them to do is get their players. You can have 3 non-Adventists on your team, but we encourage them to come to church. You guys have some type of fellowship that they're in the church. Don't just get anyone off the street and just play, but don't witness to them.
Right. So you can't get somebody off the street. You just need a witness to them.
Yeah, at least have them come to the church.
You can only have 3 from off the street.
Yeah, you can have 3 non-Adventists on your team.
I got you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then also, each team has to have their own uniforms. So we go by the high school rules, but we kind of alter some of the rules. But each team has to have their own uniforms, and they can get their own players, and their practice time is on them.
Gotcha.
Wherever they want to practice.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Is there a fee for the team to join?
There is a fee. So
I see that you kind of you didn't mention that.
I apologize. So the fee last year, I believe it was I forgot how much it was last year, but I'll give you an answer. It could be $265.
Gotcha.
Let's say $265.
Right. Around there.
Around there. But everything there is a cost. Everything is going up. So our fees. So that includes registration,
right?
Referee fees, everything, and then we charge at the door.
And how much is that fee?
So at the door for the adults is $7, and the kids is $5, and then if you're under 3, it's free.
And now with the games that I've been to, they also sell food at these games. Is that right?
Some places, depending on how the gym is set up, and if they allow us to, and then there's a fee for that. Like I say, there's a fee for everything.
Right. Listen, and
fee for everything.
$265, $300. That's not much.
Right. And so, like I said, the registration fee is going to go up,
right?
Because what the gyms charges and just other things like that,
right?
But we're not trying to charge like $600 a team, $600. You know, so now we also fluctuate. We also give discounts to those who put more than one team in.
Okay.
So a church could put in 5 teams.
And they'll get a discount.
We can give them a discount. We'll help them out.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Listen, I appreciate it, Jonathan. Now, you mentioned that you grew up with an athletic background. Mention briefly about your background, where you went to college and where you played sports.
I played basketball and baseball, but I sucked at basketball.
Okay.
I was horrible at basketball, but Coach Roddy allowed me to use my tall frame to be out there. So
now you mentioned the name Coach Roddy. Some people who want
Coach Roddy is a legend at Oakwood University, or Oakwood College back then, Oakwood University now, rest in peace. He is the one that kind of started the basketball or the athletic department at Oakwood University. So I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. I went to Oakwood Academy. I went to Oakwood University.
Did you go to school with my cousin?
Who was your cousin?
Joseph Benjamin Lindsay.
Yes. Joseph is a year after me.
Got you.
Yes.
Got you. Beautiful.
Yes, good man. Yes, good man. Yes, sir.
Listen, Jonathan, thank you for this interview. Thank you for the time. I didn't realize that you were so close with the family knowing my cousin.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you for the opportunity.